Hello everybody, Flick here. It's time for yet another Let's Look At, and today we're taking a look at Tom Clancy's The Division from Ubisoft. This is a review copy that they provided me with. I've been playing for 15 hours, just over. Mostly by myself, although because I got it pre-launch, but now there's plenty of people running around in the safe rooms and whatnot. I'm level 15. I feel comfortable doing this video at this point. It's first impressions, not a review, so keep that in mind. I have not finished the story mode yet. But anyway, we'll jump into my character in progress. So, The Division is essentially Ubisoft's answer to Destiny. It's very similar in certain mechanics, it's just the setting is different. Destiny is obviously far future, sci-fi, etc. This is near future. It's got some sci-fi and some of the special abilities you have, but essentially the setup is a terrorist or mad scientist, whatever you want to call him, dog barking, infects a bunch of money on Black Friday with a pathogen which creates a pandemic in New York, wipes out a lot of the population, means that the island has to be cordoned off, and you create a Division agent. And the Division is like a sleeper cell, I guess, that gets activated in times of crisis. And it's your goal to help bring peace back to New York. Subdue the rioters, take out some gangs that have formed, find the guy responsible for the pathogen, find a cure, ideally, and also loot grind for lots and lots of guns and bits of armour. They don't tell you that part as part of the story, but that's essentially what you're doing. I also don't like how long it's taking to log in, and this might be indicative of it being always online. Now, this wasn't a problem when I was playing pre-launch, obviously, because it was just me and other people with review copies, or who had got early copies. I've never seen it take so long to log in. I have had to join a queue once, when I got disconnected mid-play, which wasn't very nice. But yeah, it should not be taking this long to get in. And it most certainly is not my good connection. So that was one of the complaints I was going to mention eventually. I don't like that it's always online. Really, it doesn't matter either, because you only see other players when you are inside safe rooms. Unless you team up, in which case then you can go out and adventure in the world. So I would have liked if the online thing was optional, for reasons like this. I imagine the servers are currently being crunched, if I had to guess. There we go. Apparently now it's working. That's the longest I've seen it struggle to get into the server, but I'm playing this a few days after the official launch now. And it's proving popular. I've heard lots of complaints about the queuing. As I say, I've only seen having to wait for a queue to log in once, and I think it might have been hiding it there, actually, to be honest, because that seemed to not be doing anything, and yet it was taking a long time loading me in. I think it was a queue. It just didn't tell me this time. But I don't want to focus on the negative to start with, but that didn't really leave me much choice. I've been playing it for 15 hours. I like it enough. It's fairly mindless, I would say. There isn't really much to tactics. I wouldn't say it's anything special, but I would say it's better than Destiny. I absolutely despised Destiny because it was just a prime example of Bungie's arrogance and disdain for the average player. So it's definitely a hell of a lot better than that. Oh, maybe that's why it was taking so long, because I unlocked Club Nintendo. Wrong thing. Ubisoft Club stuff. But anyway, this is the PS4 version. I can't remember if I said that I've been playing, and it looks real pretty. It's a pretty nice looking game. Not that that necessarily matters to everybody, but you get a rather large area of New York to explore. If I just zoom out here. So I've kind of been mostly doing stuff on the left side of the map here, but then there's also the right side of this, the middle section of the main island of New York. And then the dark zone in the middle I haven't dabbled with at all, because it's kind of like the PvP area. You get the best loot in there, but you're also kind of free. It's lawless, so you do see other players in the dark zone, and you can kill each other and steal each other's loot. At the end of the video I might go in, because I think I am like the minimum level it recommends now. I'm level 15, and that's area 15 to 16, and that's 14 to 16. Yeah, we could maybe dabble in that, because these go a bit too high for me, yeah. Alright, well, before we go anywhere, I'll look around your main base. You won't see any other players in here, because the upgrades and whatnot in here apply purely to you. They unlock additional skills and additional perks and things like that. Also, these will keep popping up because I've unlocked quite a few things. But as you can see, I'm 56% towards fully upgrading my base. Mostly the medical wing, the tech wing is falling behind, and then the security wing as well. And the supplies I currently have for each at the top. I think the The minimum you need for an upgrade is like 200, although I've got most of those already, and they go up to like 1,000. And you get supplies from doing side missions and main missions. You can also quickly have a look at my kind of character sheet, I guess. Now there's a bunch of collectibles in the game, just tons and tons and tons. Survival guides, phone recordings, instant reports, crash drones, missing agents and echoes. There's a lot of crap to collect, if you so choose. Thankfully, I just recently upgraded a part of the base where if I've finished every side mission in an area, I know where every collectible is in it that I haven't picked up yet. We also have a look at the ability screens. Oh, I have some skill mods. I don't know why that keeps on popping up. I know I have skill mods. I've equipped one of them. But anyway, I've not quite got all the skills. I haven't got the best tiers because you need to fully upgrade each area of the base to get them. But there's things like a pulse that shows you where enemies are. I'm currently using a turret gun that's been modded to have more attack and also pulses where targets are if they shoot at them. But it doesn't last quite as long as the base skill. And I'm also using a buff for cover, where the cover I select gets increased defense for people in it, and also you get a little bit of a damage bonus. I haven't had any mods for this yet though, because I need to unlock something in security to specifically do that. But there's stuff like mobile cover you can set up, there's a shield you can bring out, there's a sticky bomb, there's a rolling bomb that heat seeks. That's an AoE heal, that's just a standard heal, and then that's the pulse thing as I was saying. You also have talents. I only have 2 slots currently. Oops, didn't mean to press on that. Wait, press on this. Yeah. So you get your first slot if you upgrade the medical wing 100%, but the other 2 were level locked. This one was level 15, and this one is 25. Did I already have that in there? Is that why that's showing like that? Enter cover to reduce recoil by 25% for 10 seconds. Yeah, I had that one equipped. There we are. And then you have perks. Perks are just permanently on, and they are unlocked by doing upgrades in the base. So for example, because I have the tech wing upgrade, I have an additional inventory slot if I go to a dark zone, or because I have the clinic in the medical wing, I have 1 extra medkit. Which is good. You start with like 3 medkits I think, and I'm up to 5. So it's okay. I can heal myself pretty well. Which is just as well because I've been playing entirely solo this time, because most of the playtime I've put in is pre-launch. But anyway, you can buy gear here. You can also craft gear using supplies you get from either breaking down crappy equipment or just stuff you find in the world. And the place steadily changes the more things you upgrade. So for example, I've upgraded most of the medical wing. There's not much to do. Haven't done disaster age yet because that's quite expensive. Or hazmat unit, which is probably a good idea to get soon given that we're dealing with a viral outbreak. It's easy to think when you hear the setup to this, oh, it's New York that's been caught in a pandemic and people are dying, that it might be like a zombie game. It's nothing like that. The enemies are gangs, I guess you could say. Rioters is one of the type of gangs, but there's also a gang called the Cleaners or Cleansers. And their solution to the viral outbreak is burn everything. I'm kind of on their side. But then there's also the Riker biker gang who are just really big fans of Star Trek The Next Generation. So they get in your way as well. Anyway, let's head somewhere and do something. I'm going to avoid doing main missions because I don't want to spoil the story. Although there isn't really that much of a story, to be honest. But still, is there any collectibles in this area I have not collected yet? No, I finished the area in my base of operations. Well, I could go over here and pick up a phone recording, a survival guide, and then maybe swing around somewhere and do something else. I do want to go to a safe house at one point because I want to show off some complaints I've been hearing about, and I actually want to see if I get it. I get them because I haven't yet. Oh, I have a friend playing right now. Who's playing? Stormkiller is playing. So there you go. You can easily invite people in your friends list because it shows you where they are. Not going to be doing that for the purposes of this video though. Let's go after that phone recording. By the way, you might hear Garrus speaking to me through my controller. The guy who voice acted for Garrus in the Mass Effect games does the voice of Isaac, which is like your, I don't know, the computer inside your fancy ass circle watch thing on my hand there. And on the PS4 version, he speaks out the controller, so he's going to be much louder than the rest of the game. Oh, there's a civilian in aid. Do I have what you need? Give one med. Oh, you want one of my med kits? Alright, fine. It's a chance to get some XP, and also a blue drop, or a light blue drop. A training hoodie. Okay. I forgot to cover blue drops. Blue drops are just aesthetic things. You can change how your person looks, so that was what? That was a hoodie thing. I think it will be at the bottom of this list. Or not, maybe it's a shirt? Or class as a shirt. I wouldn't class a hoodie as a shirt, but maybe I'm looking past it. Let's try shirts. I'm just curious where it is now. Trendy... Oh yeah, there. Soft tactical hoodie. Can't really tell the difference. The only reason I was using the shirt I was using is because I like the colour standing out. I'll stay as is. Anyway, yeah, so you can get cosmetic stuff. Right, so the phone... Well, the GPS is telling me to go this way. We might run into some randomly spawned enemies in the world. Or we might pass just like a random event. The most common one is like looters standing over a body. But we'll see, we might not. Either way, the collectibles are usually guarded. So we should get into some combat there. By the way, weapon-wise, I'm currently equipped with a sniper, which I really, really like. And I also just have an AK. We'll go over weapon modding in a bit. I don't want to get bogged down in menus too much to start with. We haven't shot anything here. You also can double tap to change to your sidearm. Or if you use like the skill that gives you a shield, or if you're carrying something for an objective, you have to use your sidearm. Which can also be like a sawn-off shotgun and things. Do you need help? You do not. Are you enemies? Oh, those are enemies. Yep, they're level 10 enemies. Should not be a problem. Alright, well, let's jump into cover and deal with them. So, I could use my buffing ability, so to buff up this cover, damage resistance and damage bonus, and then I could also just harass them by chucking out my turrets. Let's try and save this guy. Oh, there's actually more than the two. Oh, he's running at me with a baseball bat. Whatever will I do? He just throw a grenade at me. He did. There is a cover changing system where you can hold X. I've also got a perk equipped where I get a defense bonus while moving from cover to cover like that. Is he suppressed? I think he is. Well, you know what? While he's suppressed, we'll just AK and walk over to him. Poor sod can't do anything about it. Oh, I hit his grenade bag on his back. Also, there's enemies that are equipped with flamethrowers, and you can blow up the tanks, for instance. Can I automatically cancel you? I thought there was a way to. Anyway, moving on. Let's just reload my gun. So that's generally how combat goes. As far as complaints about the combat, well, in general I think the combat's fine. The controls work well enough on a controller. I imagine it would be easier on a keyboard and mouse. There is auto-aim assist to a certain extent. I've noticed like when I'm sniping, it kinda drags if I'm following an enemy that's moving on its own. Which is okay for a console game to help, you know, compensate for the fact you're not using a mouse. The only problem I really have with the gameplay, oh, also this is not the way to go to get that, is that the enemies are bullet sponges, and particularly armoured enemies or bosses, they know it, and their chosen AI tactic is to make use of the fact that they're essentially, you know, exceptionally tanky and you're not. You lose health very, very quickly. They'll bum rush you. They'll just rush at you in the open because it doesn't matter. They can take what you can give out, so they put you in the situation where you have to do a risky move, and it feels a little bit lazy. I hate bullet spongy enemies. Also, this is on the roof or something, right? How the hell did I get over there? Thank you for highlighting that. So yeah, I mean, I didn't like it in Destiny. I didn't like it in Borderlands. You know, taking advantage of the fact that they're tanky. That is a backpack I don't need, but I'll take it to destroy it for parts anyway. There we are. Oh, actually, it was in the alley. Alright, I'll be quiet for a second so you can hear the voice acting of this phone call. Let me just see what it's called. Working overtime. 2 doctors talk about the pressure. 24 out of 130.
Hey, I heard what happened. How are you?
Fine, I guess. Probably just really tired. They locked the whole place down. Put all of us in quarantine. I'm actually sitting in a plastic bubble right now. No kidding.
Jesus, that's insane.
What about you? How are you holding up?
I'm on my first break now in 6 hours, eating a candy bar for breakfast. But I shouldn't complain, I guess.
That it? Oh, that's it. Okay. Yeah, sometimes there's like a little storyline that follows in the phone conversations. Alright, well that was one collectible. Let's see if I can grab an echo actually, because echoes are kind of like special things where it's pseudo-realistic and pseudo-not. Oh, a little more enemies. It pulls in... Oh, there's actually a lot of enemies here. It pulls data from like clouds and surveillance... Oh, they saw me. Surveillance stuff to form a picture of something that happened before you got there. That's a grenade. Luckily these enemies are a bit low for me. didn't quite get him. There we are. Now sadly the enemies aren't really dropping anything, because I would have loved to have shown off the fact that they can drop stuff in an RPG style fashion. You know, green is better than grey, blue is better than green, and so on and so on. Standard MMO type architecture. Architecture isn't the right word. Archetype, as far as drops go. Wow, actually a lot of enemies are spawning all of a sudden for some reason. Well, have I got a surprise for you? Oh, that was a civvy they were harassing. Well, they're dead now. You can do some clever stuff like the grenade spamming enemies. If you shoot them while they're readying a grenade, they'll drop it at their feet. The blowing up the flamethrower tanks, as I said. Oh, did I just walk past someone? I totally did. They're raiding this store, I guess. Oh, see, he was preparing a grenade. I didn't quite interrupt him, though. That time I hit his grenade. Oh, what are you doing in here? Holding hostages, maybe? No. Oh, I can get a medkit back, though. There we are. That was worth it. So you sprint by holding down the left stick, and you can hold circle to kind of parkour over stuff while you're running. Like so. It's not exactly quick, but still. Oh, on the subject of button prompts also, hello doggy. Don't gurr at me, I'm not doing anything. One of the common prompts I got as part of kind of like when you first started playing and it displays more help messages than it does now after, you know, playing for 15 hours, was press and hold X to bring up the radio wheel to select grenade. I'm going to press and hold X now. That's me pressing and holding X. I'm still pressing and holding X. You notice that nothing's happening. Now, I don't know if they've accidentally left in an Xbox prompt or something, but the way you actually bring up the grenade prompt is to hold left on the directional stick. I don't know why the tutorial says press and hold X. Or maybe that's the keyboard key you press, who knows. Either way, the tutorial is wrong, and that had me confused for quite a while. What did you give me here? Walking boots. These boots were made for walking. That's the only example I've seen of a tutorial actually displaying the wrong button, but it seems a little weird. Like, how did you not catch that? I didn't rebind anything. It's the default buttons for the PS4 version, and it's nothing like the correct button it's telling you to press. X is used for doing the dodge as well, by the way, you saw me doing. You double tap it. It's also for getting into cover and for moving between covers. Are you enemies? No, you're civvies. So I can just press and hold there. The cover system works well. I like the... Oh, hello rats. Yeah, very often you'll see a squad of exactly 3 rats just running off. I like the animations for the moving between covers. It works really well. Or it looks realistic anyway. So, the echo is either on the roof up there, or it's in the alleyway. First bet would be the alleyway. There appears to be no alleyway. Oh wait, hang on, here we are. Sometimes side missions make use of echoes, but sometimes they are just in the wild to show you a bit of the lore, I guess, surrounding when the outbreak happened. Where the hell is this echo? 17 meters in the air. Can I get in here? No, I can't search that though. I also like the minimum inventory, the minimum HUD. Oh, hang on. Well, there's a phone here. I might as well grab that, I suppose.
What do you honestly think you'll achieve with it?
The lockdown is a necessary precaution to control the situation. We have enough to handle as it is.
But what are you doing to let people pass through? Most people just want to leave the city to meet with their family.
We will reevaluate the relocation plan at some point, but for now, the lockdown holds. Now, miss, I've got work to do here. You really should stop looking for trouble and make sure your own family is safe.
Yes, you should. Also, apologies if that bleeds through a little bit. The phone audio is a lot louder than the game audio. I have the TV turned down so there isn't audio bleed, but yeah, those are really loud. Maybe I can't get up there until I get some kind of mission, because I'm not seeing any building I can walk inside either. Unless this one here. Nope, definitely not. Definitely not. It isn't underground because it's saying above. Huh. Okay, well screw that one then. There's a loot room. I don't know what else to call it nearby, so we can have a look in there. Loot rooms come in a variety of kinds. They can be for fabrics, for electrical parts. Generally, we're going into like the first game area. They're used for crafting. So this is going to be electrical parts. I could use some blue ones actually. Yeah, there we go. That's good. As far as I'm aware, it's random when you... at the point you open it. Oh, well done. Yes, good. That will mean I can make some higher level stuff. There's usually like 3... Yeah, there we are. Alright, let's nip over to a safe house that's near the Dark Zone, and we'll end this by kind of having a look in the Dark Zone. So, as I fast travel to... Well, hang on, where was the entrance that was my level for a start? It was over this one, right? Level 14 to 16, player bracket 15 to 19. I guess, as I say, I haven't been in there yet, so it'll be new to me. So where's the nearest safe zone? That one. We'll fast travel there. So, I've heard complaints of queues not outside the game trying to get in, queues within the game, because sometimes, especially at the start of the game, you have to use a laptop inside a safe room, and safe rooms are populated by players, so if it's overpopulated by players, you all can't get at the damn laptop. Now, I didn't experience that because I played through the start of the game pre-launch, but apparently that is a major concern. Also, people deliberately being dicks and standing directly in the doorway of safe rooms because there's player collision, so you can't walk through players like so. See, I'm getting stuck on players. So people will kind of position themselves kind of like here-ish, so people can't leave because they're dicks. Ubisoft really should have considered that in general gamers can be a little bit on the dickish side if they find a way to piss people off. So I imagine that'll be changed in the patch. But also, like, for example, I mean, it wouldn't have happened here, but when you come to a new area, you have to talk to the person who's directing operations in the area. So, for example, in this case, it's this guy here. By the way, the people in each area of New York that handle all the missions and tell you about them, they all have quirks, and it's really, really irritating. I can't remember if this guy is the one I'm thinking of, but he's like, he's very allergic to everything, so he always brings that up in his conversations. It's like, it's forced characterization. There's one who's like really sad that her kids aren't there, so she treats you like her kid. There's one that thinks he's a real superhero because he was an actor. There's one who thinks everything is pointless because he's a nihilist. It's really tiresome. It's really, really badly done. Here's a character trait that we're going to force down your throat every interaction you have with this person. It's not good writing, and it's really, really grating. So I despise doing side missions and all the other areas. Main missions are fine. The main voice cast is fine. It's just all these side pricks that you have to talk to constantly. Anyway, let's leave this safe room. As soon as we get up here, Garrus will say something to me saying I'm not in a safe zone anymore.
Warning. You're exiting the safe area.
Yep, there we are. So now the players can't be seen because I've left the safe zone. Unless I'm grouped up with someone. So let's go to the Dark Zone and get ourselves murdered. So we want to be heading to that checkpoint there. To have a little gander and most likely get annihilated by either higher level enemies or players. Is that enemies? No. I really do love the visuals of the game. I think they've done a really great job. And I like the gameplay more than Destiny. And that's playing it solo. I imagine if I was playing co-op, it would have been even more enjoyable. They get a lot right that Destiny got wrong. The game is definitely not faultless. I think I've mentioned a few of the problems enough already to save me going over them again. It does have problems. Does it have longevity? To me, it would have more longevity than Destiny, because Destiny I just found to be an egregious mess with like no care paid to the areas of a game I care about. You could argue that, you know, what's special about, a virus outbreak in a city, that's never been done before. It's okay, yeah, it's fine. It's been done plenty of times. Oh, Garrus, what are you saying? That's an echo I've already done, I guess, because it's not on the map. But at least they tried something. You know, at least they made an effort to try and put some kind of story in. There's cutscenes, there's characterization of the other Division agent that comes here with you as part of the story. They made an effort to do something, which you can't always say for Ubisoft games. Oh, that's actually looters right there. So yeah, I like it more than Destiny for sure. I don't... Oh, I was already equipped with my assault rifle. I don't know if it will have the longevity that they're after. There's a year worth of content planned in the Season Pass, which takes a few different forms that you can check out on the link I'll put in the description box below, probably. I think it'll just depend on whether or not you like playing with other people. I can't imagine you sticking with it beyond the story mode if you're playing solo, unless you're really, really into loot grind. If you are into the loot grind, it's fair enough. It's a decent enough effort. You've got a lot of different stuff you can equip. There's a lot of different spaces you can fill with rarer and rarer stuff. I'm just going to break these down for parts because I don't need them for anything else. Oh, I forgot to go over your three primary stats. Your DPS, obviously, your health and your skill power. That's affected by stats on your gear. And you can mod your gear to have more stuff. Weapons can also be modded. For example, there's all the stuff you can equip. Do I have a better scope yet? Probably not one that also has 12 times aim. Nah. But yeah, you can do that as well. Create your own weapon mods, bung them on, and weapons can sometimes have special rules like 1.5 times XP gain if you get a kill with a headshot, that kind of stuff. So if you wanted to pick up the PS4 version, let me just turn and look at my browser where I have the website up. So it's £44.99 for the standard edition, or there's a limited edition for £49.99, and the season pass is £33 or £32.99 I guess. I believe I was given the gold edition, which is the base game and the season pass connected together, but I'm not 100% on that. That seems very expensive for a season pass. So let's ignore the season pass. Do you have enough content in the base game, ignoring that, to satisfy you and/or you and friends for a little while? Well, I'm 15 hours in, and how many main missions have I done? I've only done like 5 main missions. I've done a lot of side stuff. And there's still another half of the map I haven't explored yet. All the way over here. It goes up to like level 18, level 23, 26, 28. Yeah, so it looks like it might max out at 30 then. So, I'm level 15 hours in. It goes up to level 30. Let's assume, for the sake of argument, I'm exactly halfway through the game. I would say a 30-hour game with the loot grind on top of that and the multiplayer aspects. I can see that justifying its price. I don't see the justification in the price for the season pass, though. But obviously that's hard to tell without actually playing it. Okay, so in Dark Zones I know that you get Dark Zone points, and you redeem those for much better gear. Let's just restock my ammunition. So for example...
Can't find this stuff back
Oh, you've got purple ranked stuff, yeah. So I don't have any Dark Zone points. Yeah, Dark Zone vendors sell some superior quality equipment and blueprints. The price is set in DZ funds, which can be obtained in the Dark Zone. These items also have a rank requirement. Your rank can increase by earning DZ. Okay, I've never been in a Dark Zone.
Biohazard warning. Entering contaminated zone.
Thank you, Garrus. Oh wait, is it PSN Plus only? It will be, won't it? Well then, we won't be going in then. No, I don't have PSN Plus. It's a good job I like the base game alone. Do you want to cancel? Yes. Oh well, sorry about that. I keep forgetting that I don't have PSN Plus. Especially because I can go to a safe house and see a bunch of other players running around. Well then, let's quickly do a side mission then, because main missions generally last like 20 minutes and that'll be too long. Where is the nearest side mission I have not done? Side mission, right there. What is this? Find and neutralize wanted murderer and cleaner member Axel Wallace. Actually, that's perfect. For one, I like fighting the cleaners because of the flamethrower thing. Which guy is this?
That monster needs to manifest himself a bullet right in the brain. Sorry for my next...
Oh, it's the hippie guy. So everything's all about spiritual shit. It's like, here's exposition that you actually need to pay attention to, agent, and then every conversation ends with, here's something quirky to remind you of my personality quirk, because I'm a person with a personality. It gets really, maybe it's just because of the writer side of me, but that gets really grating on me. I really can't stand the forced characterization. It's not even a character. It's a quirk. And that's all that person is. His quirk is that he's very spiritual, so he'll end everything he says to you with some kind of metaphorical bullshit about existing or not wanting to be too negative. And every conversation is the same for that guy. But anyway, if we fight a boss, that'll show off the bullet sponginess, unless of course he's like quite low level compared to me. But he'll probably just charge at me, especially if he's one of the bigger flamethrower guys. They love just charging at you. So where's he at? He is round here and then on the right. It's a shame I didn't get the recording done just prior to it becoming night, or just becoming morning, because the lighting can get really fantastic when you're in the big, like, Times Square, etc. Hang on, where am I going? Oh, he's underground. Okay. Well, if we're going up close and personal, I'll take out my machine gun. Here's where I want. Neutralize Alex Wallace's first lieutenant. So yeah, generally you have to go through a couple of lieutenants first. This should not take too long. Are they above me? No, they're in this room. There he is. So we'll just kind of perch up here. Actually, they're far enough away that I can probably get away with some sniping. We'll buff my cover. So if I shoot him right there, that's going to explode and kill him. And him. Not quite him, I missed. Oh, yeah, there we go. Oh, he's got armor, so he's a bit of a toughie. Oh, he's got a turret as well. There. I can see you. Oh, that didn't hit you? Come on. Poke your head up. No, don't move. I overcompensated there. I could chuck a grenade if I wanted, but I don't really need to. See, look, he's just taking my hits because he's got armor and I don't. Well, that's not true. You do have armor. Every bit of gear you equip has armor, which gives you some damage mitigation. What did you drop for me? You dropped combat pads, which are garbage. But there is a phone call here to have.
Found the mother load. What?
I'm sure you
8
have.
sacks of Kenyan AA green dry. Can't be more than a couple of months old.
Coffee beans. Are you insane?
I know, right? I got a gas-fired air roaster too. Come on, I know you like French roasts.
How the fuck did you... No, never mind. I'll be right over.
Weapon parts discovered. Oh, nice. So we get ourselves a loot room. I would very much like some blue quality weapon parts. Yeah, okay. That means I can make myself a better AK. See, I'm a little bit into the loot grind. I like Borderlands. I didn't like Destiny, but it wasn't the, you know, the grindy, find more loot aspect of it I didn't like. That's the only thing that kept me playing as long as it did. I hated everything else about it. So yeah, I can get into it. I can get into finding bigger and better guns and getting to mod my guns to how I like. Alright, so this is the second lieutenant, and then it'll be the boss man himself. Looks like we'll get the opportunity to snipe again. Actually, let's open this one with a grenade. We can get it in kind of like there. Buff the scenery. Have some fun. Oh, I forgot I selected flashbangs when I was showing off the radial wheel. Whoops. Now, presumably I could hit his backpack and he would just insta-die because he's a cleaner. By the way, if you don't fully lose a section of health, unfortunately I just did, it regens. We good? No, apparently there's an enemy behind me, actually. Neutralize Alex Wallace. Axel. Sorry. Have I been saying Alex this whole time? It's Axel. What did you drop me? Another bit of garbage to destroy. Oh, because we have to go up. He's above me, right? No, apparently he's below me, actually. Well, back the way it came. I don't think I would have to come back here unless another door's opened up now. Oh, has he just spawned back in the first room I was in? I don't see him. Is he there? Hang on, I need a better view. Oh, he's all the way over there, okay. He is further down. So just a reminder, this has been a look at The Division from Ubisoft. Their attempt at a Destiny killer. In my mind, it beat Destiny right from step one. I'd be curious, actually, for people who enjoyed Destiny, if you try this, how do you feel about it? He's not a big type. He is the type that will throw a turret gun, though. Let's buff up my scenery. Let's throw out the old turret. Didn't actually mean to walk around the scenery there, but never mind. Well, I did just headshot him for 10 grand. Chucking a frag. Oh, I got his backpack because he turned and ran. Oh, wait. He needs to be hit multiple times. Oh, no. Never mind.
So happy you manifested those cleaners right out of there.
Hippie thing.
Peace and blessings, Agent.
Told you.
Be the change you want to see in the world.
He dropped the garbage. But at least it was a side quest done. I don't know if that actually gave me any progress towards one of my base upgrades. Sometimes they do. And that's not a good sniper. That's okay, because I can break them all down to make my own better snipers. Anyway, yeah, I think we'll end there. I went on a bit longer than I actually intended. Might see some more Division content from me, I'm not sure. Just kind of playing it leisurely at the moment. Thanks very much for watching. Check out the link in the description box below if you want more information. And do your research if you want more information about whether or not this is something you would like. Go read reviews from people who finished the whole thing if you want those. These have just been some first impressions. Anyway, my name has been Flick, and ta-ta for now.